to believe that the new series of Twin Peaks is as close as it is, and we still know as little as we do. It takes some doing.
You obviously have a lot of anxiety about this. I think that comes up about once an episode, too.
Well, yes.
They are playing it very close to the vest. Why don't we know, Michael? Why don't we know?
I'm mostly just impressed that Lynch is able to have that much control over the information.
See, I don't know. I just purposefully don't look at anything, so I'm like, for all I know, we know everything about it, you know?
I'm not looking for anything, but I sort of subscribe to some blogs and stuff that would at least mention if information were leaked, even if they wouldn't necessarily show it. Although, there was a leak a while ago, and Lynch said, please don't show that, and all of my Lynch blogs deleted their posting of it. So there might be stuff out there. I need to find some black market Lynch. You didn't have to litter. There's really no call for that.
I'm just gonna go now that I've done that.
Turns out what you said was
Just spill
true,
my seat on your floor.
and I'd like to hear more.
Do not show me to the door.
What's kind of irritating about Harry
As you know, there's a powerful mystery
is this.
surrounding
He has a
missing
fucking voice.
deeds.
Yeah.
You've seen
All
them
along.
at those other murders that took place elsewhere. And you've seen them deeply involved with the murders in this town as well.
What, is he typing a fucking novel while he's
How
talking?
do you know all this?
I think they're implying he's doing a
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
like a voice
Yeah.
synthesizer.
Youngsters tend to hurry so much that
Although
they let
why they would put the speaker in his throat to do that is kind of gross.
Yeah, we've been taking this game way too fucking fast. That's the main problem.
what's really
Yes, clearly.
let me tell you a story.
It's a story involving bears, because it's the only kind of story I want to hear.
When the war was over,
Yeah, communist bears?
the communist threat started to become a rising threat. Our town constructed
My God, this is gonna get really racist, isn't it, Grandpa?
The Russians are coming, let's make a clock tower.
serial killer
I mean,
red raincoat.
it's as reasonable as a wall, I suppose.
Yeah.
The legend of
No,
the
he's right
Raincoat
on the
Killer?
falls. I didn't notice that.
Stop playing
Dude.
games with me, Harry. That's nothing more than folklore. The FBI has no such record of a multiple homicide case in this town.
Well, why would they? If it didn't extend past state lines, then the FBI wouldn't care.
And now
Especially way back then, where everything wasn't
Yeah.
not folk,
networked.
not legend.
And he's not rhyming. The rhyming is entirely Michael's doing.
Yeah.
He translates what Harry tells him into a rhyme.
The mass murder case was never made public.
He looks like a guppy, like getting food, you know?
Say that it was completely erased from history. Tell me,
One could say that, good
who
one.
think would be able to do something like that?
God?
David Lynch!
Is the question God? Is the answer God?
What? You're insane.
Good.
Oh, okay. An apt pupil.
But if there are no records about it, then how do you know it really happened?
If a serial murder happens in the woods and no one is around to hear it,
Why would I know this?
because I killed them.
Very simple.
Also, his lips occasionally fall below his mask,
Mm-hmm.
which defeats the purpose of a gas mask.
Well, I think it's supposed to be a Phantom of the Opera thing, right? He must be terribly deformed. I don't think it's about a gas mask.
It's got the canisters.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
Filter.
what he found, and he liked that mask, so he kept it.
I suppose it's possible.
The new Raincoat Killer.
God, I'm fucking clever. Aren't I clever, York?
Also, it's strange that he's stubbly. Seems like he would be clean-shaven or have a beard.
Yeah.
Want to know more about?
He's a little too precise for stubble.
You would think.
Between 10 and 20 years ago,
Maybe it's supposed to be wrinkles?
noticed that these red
Maybe? Also, he's not typing very believably, but... But that would be asking a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Can't get TV shows to type.
Please don't. I have an oxygen machine. Please. Hey, these two things are linked.
I swear you just think Americans smoke all the time? What a view. It's gonna be loud, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe it's soundproofed.
Magic witch. Wait. The background is moving.
Well, the
Oh, I guess the camera's moving.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So I was only looking at the windows like, what the hell?
People on the other side of the planet may have heard of it by now. And new seeds might be growing in different parts of the world.
Tap it out on the side of your hand
So
and
you're
then stick
saying
it in
that
your
the
pocket.
series of cases I've been following are all linked to this town? That's interesting, Harry.
But boring.
But there's no
kind of
evidence
what
to
you
support
thought
that
anyway.
story.
Did,
None
no,
of the
you
criminals we caught for the other murders ever mentioned
already
anything
thought that.
like
But maybe he's testing Harry.
Yes, it's very testing.
Job. Your role and duty to look into that.
Feed me. Feed
yeah.
me.
Yeah, York, you see, he's telling you it's your job as an FBI agent to figure out the murders.
Well, not quite. Records still exist in the sheriff's office.
Then why would you say they were erased?
Hated the military.
He says people don't. There was a gag order, but the police knew about it.
Here to me. Once
He led us to believe that all records were gone, and then said, "Oh, but wait, there's some in an obvious
No.
place."
He said it's as if it never happened.
I know.
Ha ha ha! Fuck, that's
It's
funny.
worth a look. And we may as well let the old man have his fun.
Did you notice how clever I was when I said new Raincoat Killer? I mean, that's fucking clever, okay? It's clever because it's true. And there's really no other reason beyond that, okay? But it's fucking clever.
We haven't seen our frame for a while. We're about due. There's some interesting parts coming up. I'm actually looking forward to them. Darkness. And bait.
Imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolute horror. Landmine.
Hello,
It's taken
darkness,
my
my
sight,
old friend.
taken my hearing, taken my soul, left me with life in hell.
If you say so.
Documents from a case that happened 50 years ago. Let's play along with the old man for a little longer, shall we?
Is this...
Zach, that means we need to head
Okay,
to
so
the
this
sheriff's.
came out in 2010, so that means we're talking 1960.
Which was not when the Red Scare was just beginning, as Harry said. Or just on the rise.
Hidden memories. Hidden memories. You know, there was something in Twin Peaks that I really wondered if they were going to play with if they had gotten a third season, the time of the original airing. It felt to me like there were a lot of mentions of something of like 25 years ago. And then, of course, there was the mention that I'll see you in 25 years. So I really wondered if they were playing with an almost Stephen King's It sort of version that something big happened here every 25 years.
That, yeah, well, I mean, they get a chance to play with it now if they want.
Yeah. It just, because, like, I can't remember much except for the fact that 25 years ago was, it might have been 24 or 23, something like that, but it was about 25 years ago was the year that Norma had won the Miss Twin Peaks pageant, and I swear there were some other things that had happened at that point that they kept referencing.
Well, I mean, it's
towards the end of second season.
roughly a generation.
Yeah.
In it's 29 or thereabouts. Something else I saw recently that there was a 30-year cycle. And so, my theory at least is that that's just generational.
Yeah, yeah.
Because a generation isn't a real unit of time. You sort of have to find an arbitrary length and go with it, because obviously everyone isn't born all at the same time. Thankfully.
God damn it, people. Why do you make it hard for writers?
If you'd all get pregnant the day you graduate from high school.
And if we stuck to a strict one-child policy.
And everyone went to school at the same time, so you didn't have like people graduating 4 years apart.
Yeah.
It would take a couple generations to even out, but...
Then it would really take a couple of generations. None of this,
Right.
Maybe 20 years-ish bullshit.
If I write a
Still can't believe that.
dystopian hellscape of the over big brothering government, then maybe I'll do that one day.
Can there really be documents here that the FBI doesn't even have?
I hope so.
Yes! What do you think the FBI is, York?
There'll be like an order for typing paper in there. That would be a
Yeah.
record the FBI doesn't have. Nope.
Or Otis, the town drunk, all of his charges. Why would the FBI have that unless Otis went across the state
I
line?
told you, that's
Emily's
nothing more
bill
than
for her
local
suit.
folklore.
Harry said that he was there.
The Raincoat Killer is a phantom, made up to scare children long ago. I can't believe
In a
he
galaxy
fell for
far,
that
far
from Harry,
away.
of all people.
I agree with George. Harry
Cares?
likes to play with people. Play with their minds, too.
Make them dress funny.
I like to play with people.
I like to play with yarn and a dead mouse
Emily.
head.
Of course I don't believe him word for word. But you won't mind if I at least try to confirm that he's wrong, will you?
Guns are
Well,
aimed
then,
at the deer head.
Can you look
It
for the
seems
files by yourself?
No.
I'm still looking for Thomas.
I
unnecessary.
assume that was meant to be a thought balloon shot, but it was...
Emily,
I'm thinking
open
about
the filing
books.
room for him.
Why does she look so upset? Jeez. A farming fork.
It's just one of her go-to looks.
Maybe she said because Thomas is still missing.
Maybe. Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten Thomas was missing.
Oh, this is the records room. Huh.
You're here too, Zach.
Nothing weird about this.
This might mean we're getting warmer to what we need.
It's just
Or it might mean that I'm fucking batshit insane.
can't stop here. It's bad country.
I'd forgotten I had a food processor, and that is a way to... What, we're profiling in the fucking records room? What?
Yeah, because everything's...
There's a blurry shot, there's a blurry shot, there's a... This reminds me of trying to watch porn on satellite as a kid.
It's a
No words,
nice
just...
bathroom tile pattern went by there. Get some rattling.
Just some more random shit.
This is, that
Too
was
much
interesting.
noise.
Yeah.
We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
Huh?
We're still missing a puzzle, York. We don't have a crime scene, we're just fucking hanging out here. Jesus. Get your shit together, York.
York is not actually a good FBI agent.
No.
His methods are silly. And wastes time and energy and money and... Ah!
That's... Like, why were they keeping Fred down here? This was just, like, some sort of pension, getting out of paying his pension bullshit.
Now, having a cop in the police station does sort of reinforce the idea that the shadows are townspeople. Is it broken? Broken safe.
Yeah, part of it's broken off.
That's also what they call it when your condom busts.
Broken safe. All right.
You never heard condoms called safes before? That's a
No.
thing.
You just shot him in the ass, York. That was a little weird.
Laser guided ass shot. I wonder how you make purple fog.
I bet Prince knows.
See,
Yeah.
well, he did.
No, he knows. He's still out there. Guiding us. Okay, let's see. God, we gotta think of it.
Purple smoke has an entry on Urban Dictionary.
We gotta. It means a broken condom, right? We gotta think up some sort of topic to be talking about here, or else. I don't know. I have the constant niggling fear of death in the back of my head at all times. Is that really? That's funny, right?
You can buy a purple smoke chemical kit.
Alright, good to know. Listeners, if you'd like a purple smoke, if you'd like an official Ice on Mars purple smoke chemical kit,
Oh, it's out of stock.
then you're shit out of
mind.
luck.
Emphasis on shit. And out. And of. And luck. I notice the walls are growing barnacles. They probably need to have a word with their housekeeping service.
This kind of reminds me of an Indigo Prophecy where we had to go down and look in the files and fight our claustrophobia.
Yeah, that was annoying. It was kind of a neat concept, but...
Right. Like real human fears as gameplay or whatever, but... Instead, it was just...
The idea was cool, but it was just... Any sort of maintaining heart rate or balance or holding your breath kind of mechanic... It's always annoying.
Yeah, although, you know, with the advent of VR and things like that, maybe it'll actually get more, like, real, you know?
Maybe. VR's getting better. It's still kind of gimmicky, but it's making progress faster than 3D movies did.
Yeah, apparently.
I thought it was spilled sugar.
VR does...
I still think
VR does not actually work for me, and that kind of makes me sad that I can't experience that. But on the other hand, it just makes it feel like 2D is just as good as 3D. So try to silver lining.
In what way doesn't it work for you?
It just looks the same as well done 2D stuff to me.
Okay, so it doesn't.
I mean,
3D.
It 3Ds in the sense that, like, I'm like, oh yes, I can tell where the depth, the field of depth and everything is, blah 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 blah. But the same way that I do with a 2D, like watching this right now, parts of the screen appear farther back than other parts because of foreshortening and things like that. Right. And in the same sense, VR 3D movies do the same thing. But it's still, my mind still knows it's a trick.
Right. When I was a kid, I was ever so slightly cross-eyed during formative years, and so my brain never properly learned to combine the two images to make a 3D image. So I have monocular vision naturally. I can consciously switch from left eye to right eye. If I concentrate really hard, I can sort of get both eyes at the same time, but they don't blend right. So, like red-blue 3D images do not work for me. But the kind that shutter, like back and forth really quick, left to right, those do. And it's weird, because then the 3D movie looks more 3D than life does for
Interesting.
me. The VR, the one time I tried some VR, I'm not sure if it was even trying to do 3D. I mean, I looked around and the camera moved with my head, and that was pretty cool, and it felt immersive. But I don't know, I wouldn't know if it was even successfully doing 3D. At least it wasn't like the Red Blue movies, though, where if you're not getting successful 3D, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Gives me a headache.
Yeah, I remember I saw Up in 3D, and I was just like, wow, this is like, I literally took my glasses off at one point, and it was better to watch it without the glasses.
Yeah.